What's up again out there, everybody? This is the Olosopher, ready to give you some more Olosophy. And what I'm about to talk about right now is how these racist cowards have tried to instigate conflict between us and the United States military. Again, I'm going to say it. These racist cowards are trying to instigate conflict between us and the United States military. And I'm going to tell you how. I mean, of course, and I know I keep harping on the Colin Kaepernick, and all these athletes and people that's, taking a stand against the, the national anthem that was written by a slave owner, another known racist. And so we protesting that. But see, somehow, some way, instead of addressing the issues, these racist cowards, like I told y'all before, like I told y'all last night, like I told y'all in content earlier, earlier segments that, Colin Kaepernick and people like him is just flipped on the light switch, and all these racist cowards are hiding for refuge under any kind of shadow, any dark corner of, politics, policies and politics and, race, and they just hide, man. And now, like I said, they hiding behind the military to say, look, hey, our military, they're fighting against you. No, they don't, they're disrespecting you. No, we're not. We're not disrespecting the military. We have no quarrel with the military. Okay? Me, myself, I have a father that was in the military. God rest his soul. I had a brother. My father, he was a paratrooper. He served in the United States Army. All right. I got an older brother. He served in the Air Force for 26 years. All right. I got an aunt, two aunts that served in the matter of fact, three, I'm sorry, on my father's side. His sisters all served in the Army. Okay. He had uncles. I had an uncle, Woodrow Jordan, that served in the Army. He was a general in the Pentagon. Okay. I got so many family on my father's side, and on my mother's side, I had a grandfather that was a World War II veteran. About to get to that in a second. So I come from a military family, and they used to all tell me the same thing growing up, man. They used to tell me, man, it's like, look, man, I'm black first, but I'm fighting for my country second. Again, I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it. I'm not going to say it enough. They used to tell me, from my uncles to my brother to my father, used to always tell me I was black first, and they fought for the country second. Okay? My father used to tell me stories about when he fought. When he used to hear them the Asians telling him to go home, black man, we not fighting you. Okay? I used to, after Colin Kaepernick took his stand, okay, and I asked my brother at my sister's wedding, I said, hey, man, how do you feel as a veteran, as a military veteran, as 26 years in the armed forces, 26 years in the Air Force, retired? I hate to put my brother on blast like that, but like I said, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, big bro, he retired a master sergeant. All right. And I said, what was your take on Colin Kaepernick's stand? He said he's saluting. He said that's the reason why he went to the military was to fight to defend his right, to defend our right to protest. Okay. But he said going into the military, he was a black man first. And he said as a black man, he still feel unequally treated. He still feel like his injustices over here in America. The same America that he gave up 26 years of his life for. All right. And I'm glad Shannon Sharpe brought up something, because I remember my grandfather used to tell me, God rest his soul, Ludi Levitt, God rest his soul. When he was in the Army, he shared this story that Shannon Sharpe said on Uninterrupted, because I remember my grandfather told me the story. Like I said, God rest his soul. Hey, rest in peace, Ludi Levitt. He told me the story. He said he remembered, like I said, when he was in the Army, he used to remember hearing his friends talking about how that black soldiers had to give up their seat to Nazi POWs on the train. So Shannon Sharpe wasn't lying when he said that on Undisputed. That's true. My grandfather used to tell me the same story. He said, like, he used to hear his friends all the time. You know, some of his buddies that went and fought, because my grandfather didn't fight in World War II. He was in the Army during World War II. But he used to hear his buddies saying, like, man, they used to have to give up their seat to Nazis, Hitler's soldiers. They used to have to give up their seats. I'm talking about U.S. black Moor soldiers that fought in the U.S. Army during World War II have to give up their seat to a Nazi POW. All right? So what did that tell you? They even looked at you even less than their enemy. You is even less than their enemy. That's what they thought about you. Okay? Now, I'm not angry. I'm passionate about this. But again, so when Colin Kaepernick and everybody is taking a stand against, you know, the injustices, what's going on in this country, instead of being courageous enough to sit up here and want to sit down and talk about it and sit down and let's confront some of these issues that's going on in the country. Instead, you want to be a coward. You want to be a roach when the light come on. You want to sit up here and try to pin us against the United States military. How dare you? You cannot do that. We have family that serve in the military also, but our family tells us they're fighting for our right to protest, our right to assemble, our freedom of speech. That's what they're fighting for, our freedoms. But they still keep in mind when they come home to this America, they still are treated like second-class citizens. And I tell you, racist cowards, that saying that you for the troops and the troops this and the troops that. I remember when I asked this question a few segments ago also. Since you love the troops so much, why are your VA hospitals outdated? Why are some of your VA hospitals are in the shape that it's in? And why do these veterans come home after fighting for your America? Why are they treated like, why they can't find a job? Why these same veterans that you worship, that you just swear walk on water in your, because they protect your greedy America, but you treat them like dogs when they come home. You won't even hire them for a job. But instead of hiring them for a job, you want to tell white veterans that the reason why you can't hire them is because you had to give up your job to whining minorities. See, that's your excuse. You already trying to pin them against us. So you a coward. Address the issues. You okay? Because you know something. Like I said, you the enemy of all things. You a father of all lies. You're the devil. Okay? I get it now. You are the devil. You the enemy of all things. You the father of all lies. Okay? And I'm not saying, you know, like I said, I'm not talking about white. I'm talking about the white people that's against us, that's sitting up here trying to make a perfect country, an imperfect country, a perfect country. Those are the people I'm talking about. All my white friends out there, you know I'm right. You know I'm not talking about y'all. Okay? Like I told y'all last night, you know where my heart at. But I'm talking to those ones that swear up and down that this is a perfect nation, and they know in damn well this is a far from a perfect nation, but we're trying to make it a perfect nation, and you sitting up here getting in the way of progress, trying to pin us against the United States military. It had nothing to do with the military. It had nothing to do with what those men and women in uniform are fighting for us over here. All right. It had nothing to do with them. It has everything to do with these institutions that are killing people, that's denying people. All right. That's continually oppressing people. That's what Colin Kaepernick and people like that are taking a stand against. It had nothing to do with the military. Nothing to do with the military. We salute the military. Okay. Because we have family in the military. All right. No, we fighting against you, the enemy of all things. All right? That's who we fighting against. That's who our enemy, that's who our enemy is. And what you're doing, like I said, you a coward. You just a flat out racist double coward. You just gonna use lies and divisions, and you're gonna try to pin one against the other. That's the devil's plan. That's always been the devil's plan. Pinning one against the other. Now you tried your best, but it ain't working. We're not fighting with the military. Our fight is with you. and people like you and institutions like you and power structures like you. Like I said before, I'm not against everybody. I'm not against the whole power structure, but I am against the power structure that's against me. I'm not against all people in power, but I'm against people in power that's against me. All right. Like I said, come out, tell the truth. Because like I said, you running, you're hiding, you being a coward. Like I said, you hiding your racist convictions. It's not working. It has no legs. You have no legs to stand on. You have no corner to run to. All right. The only thing you have is your greed and your racism and your racism. Okay. And your hate for people like me. Stand on your convictions. Let's discuss it. Let's talk about it. And like I said, let's war on it. Let's war on it. Let's bring facts to the people. Now you in public court. Now you in court in front of the world. The world is the jury. All right. You're the defendant. Okay. You're the defendant. And we got the complaint. Now face the world of court with your judgment. Okay. It's the God of all things. Whatever God anybody pray to. Or if you don't pray to a God, whatever thing that they believe in, that's who's holding court. That's who the judge is. You versus us, the Cyclops, and the people are the jury. All right. Now you might as well come out and fight. You might as well bring your case because you have no case. You might as well get lawyered up with all those demons you got riding with you. But like I said, we got the people. All right. We are lawyers. We got paperwork on you. We got a case on you. All right. So just come on out here and come on out here and hold court with the people. Again, it's the Olosopher giving you the Olosophy, talking from the third eye. Cyclops, we must hold court for these people.